Okay, so chapter 2 of this glorious chronicle. Ignore the crocodile holding court right now in Elysium. He is simply setting up his new kingdom in the ruins of Bacon's rule.
Not yet, crocodile. Not yet.
What do we say to the crocodile god of death?
I leap at the crocodile.
Aw, it's cute.
Okay, fair enough. Roll initiative.
I think rolling charisma animal cat is better.
Okay, so certainly things are gonna happen, but how quickly are you trying to hold the first Primogen meeting?
That was only a few days after we initially got our stuff up and started.
I think we said like a week after that.
Yeah, I think it was like a week, but it's up to you.
About that.
You can certainly gather them up and inform them just how little power they actually have, if you wish. So, well, you spent a couple of days doing random things. I think we actually covered about a week of random stuff. Or nearly so last session, so we could start with the Primogen meeting.
There was one other bit that I did want to make sure not to have the Toreador start having thoughts of rebelling quite yet.
Okay.
I wanted to do my counter spin against the sheriff. But besides that, my character was just, wandering on the city and getting
go
used to it.
through it specifically. What did you want to do? You would have had the opportunity to do, during that week, like getting another incidental random thing in, certainly. Same for Jacklor sending a certain letter that will doom everyone even more.
Yeah.
Considering what I know about the person, let's not send that letter just yet.
Are you choosing not to?
I mean, until I have better information and a grasp of the situation.
Okay.
Oh.
Are you sure that is wise?
I'm pretty sure sending it right now is a bad idea.
Well, how would you know? Cause this is starting to smell of metagaming, Jackalor.
I'm more taking into consideration the person's character.
Namely the fact that she quite rightfully doesn't trust you, you mean?
That and this because she considers the whole place thing a liability.
Okay, sure. Okay. Epic.
Okay.
Oh, well, the way I'm going to go about it is really quite simple. I'm just going to be, going with the Toreador, saying, oh yeah, don't worry about it. You guys actually do got pretty good influence and everything, and it also allows you to not have to try and reach beyond where you guys really want to be. Things like that.
Give me charisma expression at 5, because the bit about you don't have to reach beyond where you want to be does not sound like a good selling point, otherwise it would be at a 4.
Okay. So expression, what did I have in that? 2 dots. This is mainly just trying to counteract the... This isn't about whether or not it's really a good position, this is just counteracting the sheriff in some ways. So, 8. 5. My 10 is... what was my charisma? Eloquent. Actually, this would probably apply.
Probably, yes. Okay. Well... yeah, we're gonna say that as you're going on about this, they would turn on aspects, probably, because this is sounding weird to them. Yeah, Andrew would just ask when you mentioned it to him, essentially, about what exactly you're referring to specifically.
How the prince has designated which, clans and such are able to go where and when.
I see.
Should have sent announcers around.
And yeah, the news would have filtered out at this point. I'm assuming that that is something you're competent enough to do, unless you're specifically trying to keep the information in for now. Yeah, he generally just accepts it, but gives you a few weird looks, and you get the feeling that he wasn't concerned until you started acting as if he should be concerned, and now he's thinking that you're a weird little Malkavian. But just he's not immediately alarmed, but he's starting to wonder if he perhaps should be after that. Because, yeah, you
I mean, I didn't mean for those to be the exact words per say.
You cloaked it enough carefully enough. It's, just a tiniest bit of a frown there that you're perceptive enough that I can just give you the fact that they were perfectly happy with what they had given and thought they were coming out way ahead until you started, trying to console them very carefully.
Come on, the sheriff is supposed to be trying to cause something.
I mean, yes, he is, but... And if he does the exact wrong thing, you have now set him a very carefully laid trap.
Good to know. Okay.
But if he doesn't, like right now, you've essentially created a situation where they were perfectly content and now they think that something maybe, just maybe, might be going on where they didn't before. That's my point.
That's fun. I'm doing perfectly good as a Malkavian then.
Okay. So, you have mostly been getting to know the other gang well, Demi.
Yep.
At first, during the first week. So, what do you have for getting to know someone? You were just kind of hanging around, I think, right? Without really pushing, right?
Right.
And you do have enchanting voice. Since you're being careful not to crowd the guy, we're gonna call it charisma investigation at 5 to get to know him. That's taking your enchanting voice into account. Hi, Emperor. How's it going?
And for charisma, it's forceful. Would that apply?
You're deliberately trying to not be forceful.
Yeah, not.
So,
Okay. So yeah. Okay.
Gonna roll his manipulation rating because this might matter. Because he's trying not to overexpose what he's really like in a way, which is still a complete success. So yeah, details start to come out. Apparently, he he used to be a wrestler back in his mortal days, and eventually he ended up leaving that because he was expected to throw fights, which he could win, and he really didn't enjoy that.
Okay.
And eventually he took some classes and became a craftsman.
What a diligent man.
And shortly after that, he was actually embraced because, well, his sire apparently enjoyed his ability to adapt to leaving one profession behind and finding another one. In terms of what happened, Emperor, just wait for it. Because we have gotten to bacon, I think, and, I think we're gonna hold the Permission Council meeting before that. But is there anything else you wanted to accomplish, Bacon, before the meeting happened?
Remember what I did? don't think so.
Any instructions you want to give to your puppet on the Primogen meeting?
Instructions for the puppet.
I don't believe you appointed Pamela as a.
Promotion. No, she didn't want it.
Yeah, she said it was concerning because she would have very little way to enforce her authority, and given how independent the independents currently are, she would need essentially something to give her the ability to actually, encourage them to come to her before she could even realistically consider it. I've done is there. Are you intending to attend the meeting personally, Bacon?
Yes, I think it's a good idea to attend to the first meeting.
Okay, so they won't be talking about anything too important there. Good to know.
Also, prior to the Primogen, since I was hanging out with the other gang girls, I would have probably asked when I was alone with Archie or something, would he have, would he want to embrace somebody, basically? Just asking him, like, personally. Like, would he, like, since the Primogen Council is coming up, would he, since we want to get our numbers up, would he want to embrace somebody? Because he kind of does deserve it.
Q just tell you that he hadn't really thought about it, and like, I mean, he maybe, but mostly fine the way I am, kind of thing,
Okay, then. I won't push it.
Okay, so you have rented a place in a hotel. The Crocodile God presides over all.
I bow to him.
So, Bacon, since you're the one renting the hotel, what kind of setup do you tell them to prepare for the meeting?
Fire bombs.
Mm,
Okay, I
I
want
was
these.
thinking on a swamp.
I want
I
these
was-
tanks of napalm just above the ceiling here, and I want it tied to this lever, and then the ignition switch should be here by the door.
Yeah, and the SWAT team with flamethrowers should come in when I say the code word.
Sir, we don't provide that service.
They only have regular weapons, or
Sir, we don't provide weapons for killing your guests. You're gonna have to go elsewhere. Crazy look in the eye, please stop! No, we don't do this! Why are you asking me this? Let me go, you terrorist!
Oh god. It's amazing.
yeah, the setup would probably be a round table or something like that, and I would and fence one of the center share would be a fancier one. That would be my share.
Oh, so you want an extra fine chair to emphasize that you're still in charge, right?
Yes.
How subtle or direct about this do you want to be? Because you're sending a message to your council here about who's in charge.
Just so that they just look at the chair and remember on their mind, oh yeah, he's actually on power, but it's not something that is screaming to everyone, obey me.
Okay, give me manipulation etiquette then. For picking out your chair.
Base difficulty?
Yes, base difficulty. I don't think you have anything that would lower it. Okay. Okay, so when the night comes around, are you there already in the chair waiting? Are you all entering the room together? What's the plan?
I think I would be at the chair waiting.
Okay. Is your seneschal there to back you up and your ghoul?
The seneschal would probably be around, but the ghoul wouldn't be, if he was on the place, wouldn't be right at my side.
So
It
do you
would be
want
at the
him
corner.
inside the door or in the same room or outside? Where do you wish to put him?
Just outside the room, like
Okay.
when
Then,
people.
then he's by the door, looking
Yeah,
menacing. Excellent.
ready to cut the throats of my enemies.
Mm-hmm. Uh, what was the
I don't
mentation
think
to difficulty?
Oh, it wasn't anything much. I think it was based on something or other. Maybe no, it was like perception, self-control, or something. Oh, I need to get the book out. I
Yep.
have all these other books
So,
out.
Jackalor, what was the ruling you used for controlling what a person sees?
Oh, that was so fucking long time ago. This I wouldn't remember.
I'm just gonna raise the difficulty of the dementation by 2 if you want to control what kind of hallucinations that specific sense has. How about that?
Yeah, it would be a homebrew thing. There's nothing particular about that besides the. Well, no, you get to choose the sense, but you don't get to choose what they
Yeah.
see. So that would be a
Yes, if you
homebrew.
wanted to see, control what they see.
You know,
Yeah,
I
it's.
think I've increased the
Yeah.
difficulty
Okay.
by 1 or something.
I'm gonna increase it by
One or
at
two.
least 2.
Either way. Fine.
It's perception,
Perception
self-control.
occult. Perception occult, and you do against their.
No, it's
Against
perception,
their what?
self-control. I have the book open. You roll manipulation, subterfuge.
I'm looking at Eyes of Chaos. Of course I am.
Why would you?
Obviously, I'm attracted to it.
Okay. So people are filing in. Demi, you arrived together with the Malkavian. You just because you spent the night together, of course.
Right.
And she just stops to say hi to Bacon's ghoul.
Wait. What Malkavian is this?
The Primogen one, Walda.
Ah. Uh, I'm going to also, since we're probably walking in a nice fashion way, I hold her by, her arm
Yeah.
and say, good night. Good night to you. When I say good night, yeah, good night to you too, fellas, sir, and then enter the room.
Mm-hmm. Okay, give me a luck roll to see if you're the last to arrive. The higher it is, the least likely that someone else saw. Yes, okay. Perfect, you're the only one that noticed. Yep.
Oh God.
How long does 1 week? Okay. Demi, she just gives you a wink, and you just see the guard's eyes widen as he looks at you. That he swallows and just turns away from you. As you walk
Think
in.
nothing of it, and let's just go.
He just as you're walking through the door, perception alertness, actually.
Okay. Difficulty 6.
Yeah. Yeah, she just leans in and very quietly just first you, kind of leaning against your arm, trying to make it look natural. Some bear noise when you're next to.
I nod a little bit, like not like a little bit, like to say like I'm not gonna do it. It's like so it's not like so it's subtle, not subtly.
Sure. You walk in, and probably, well, you are coming from a long way away on the city map, I think, so you might well be the last to come in.
Okay.
Okay, when they all enter, the ghoul closes the door and lights the fire.
Okay. You sit down at the end. There are essentially 2 seats left open. One directly opposite the prince, and one next to that seat. Do you want to take the one opposite the prince to show everyone who the opposition party is here?
I was actually going to plan on sitting next to the Malkavians, Primogen Malkavian, since we are going together in. So,
Either way, you're gonna be next to her. Nobody there
Does
to
anyone
take
notice
the.
there's an extra seat right over here, if I'm right?
It's a round
Oh.
table. Do you wish?
I'm just pointing out one of the
I am
Primogen
here.
is missing.
And Andy would be essentially standing quietly behind the prince's chair, like half a step. Or sorry, yeah, half a step behind the prince's chair, to his right side, like a good little lieutenant.
Yeah, where's...
The gator, meanwhile, is chewing on the ghoul. Om nom 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 nom.
Oh, so there isn't an extra seat.
No, nobody saved the seat for you. You get to work through puppets.
No. Wasn't Pamela also elected as kind of the caitiff kind of Primogen?
She said
She
she
denied it.
wasn't ready for it yet. She didn't say that she would never take it, just she needs some sort of strings on the rest of them because the title is empty and kind of leaves her on the spot without her having the ability to get the people she supposedly Primogen over to come to her.
Okay. I forgot that then. Sorry.
Yeah, she did not wish to have an empty title that just saddled her with responsibilities and no way to fulfill them. So, everyone sits down. There's an awkward silence.
Everyone gets to enjoy Bacon's chair.
Let me perception empathy roll.
Okay. Difficulty 5. Second difficulty 6.
6. Who would matter for noticing this? The sheriff probably would. Sheriff notices nothing, but yeah, the prince's chair, it's subtle, but it looks like he's trying to just sneak in a reminder of some kind with that seat.
A seat doesn't make the man, so
Are you gonna say that out loud?
no.
Tell
It is
that, Demi, tell that to the Pope.
That would be my in character in my head sound.
Oh,
That's basically what my character's saying in my head.
So
Okay.
everybody with mind reading can hear.
Mm-hmm.
Roll a luck die to see if anyone is currently reading your mind, Demi. Because there might or might not be people at the table with that. Yep, there's a troubled look on the Toreador Primogen's face. This is like just tapping his cheek, deep in thought.
Out of character, what is the usual procedure to start the Primogen Council?
Whatever you say it is.
Yeah, we're waiting on you.
You can do whatever the fuck you want, you're the prince.
Oh,
Supposedly, anyway.
Heck, you didn't even need to show up if you didn't want to.
I just wanted to remind them that I rule the city. So then, let's begin this session of the Primogen Council.
Quick question: do I know that this is the night of the Primogen meeting?
Essentially, yes, if you would have cared enough to ask and find out, yes.
I think she would want to know what happens in this first meeting. I'm gonna roll clairvoyance.
On who?
Particularly, I'm going to have it focused on the prince to try and, he should be the one that's probably trying to lead this.
Okay, how early did you start watching him? As soon as you woke up?
Might as well.
Okay,
I'm
then
not
you
sure
see
exactly.
him checking like a dozen different chairs and very carefully picking just the right one earlier in the night. Clearly,
Oh,
he's
that gives me a
doing
good laugh.
something here. So, sure, you can auto succeed on those as long as you're not disturbed, so you can just watch from a distance.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone's just nods at you politely, just wait in silence for you to begin.
Supposed to prepare an agenda, you know.
Quick, blame not having an agenda on Andy.
You could ask me for an
GG.
agenda.
So, anything that any of you would like to start discussing?
Let's see. What did you give to the Nosferatu in terms of stuff? Just the territory, right?
Yes.
Yep, just territory.
Yeah, the Nosferatu Primogen. Let's see, would she speak up here? Yeah, I think she would. Well, it's concerning that apparently domains and spheres of influence have already been divided up without consulting this council. I feel like we should address that first of all.
Are you unhappy on the decisions that were made?
Well, that is absolutely irrelevant. It's the principle that matters. You need, to some extent, the cooperation of the clans and this council in order to rule effectively. And we need to be consulted in order to help you ensure that the city runs smoothly. Glances around the table for support.
He realizes she's hit a wooden barricade. There's no reinforcements coming.
I mean, it'd be hypocritical of me to, support her because I kind of was in that.
I mean, she doesn't know that, and she knows your reputation, Debbie. And the sheriff's reputation. And she might be seeing the prince, including the sheriff, as the sheriff as a sign of weakness. So she's looking to the two of you mostly for support.
Notably, it doesn't you doesn't matter as long as nobody finds out about it.
I mean, she's gonna find out.
Yeah, obviously.
So
He's a
Debbie,
Nosferatu.
Also, being hypocritical has never stopped the vampire.
so is everyone just gonna be silent?
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, Waldy's gonna do something stupid here. So just gonna say, well, personally, I feel like whoever did the dividing did a very good job. I feel like every clan got exactly what it deserved, and frankly, I think the usefulness of each group was recognized very much so, in fact. There's nods around the table.
I nod in as well.
Little bit of a frown from the ventral primogen, but hey, can't have everything. One tick for Frenzy for Michelle. before she needs to roll.
Yes.
There is a let's see how good she is at making it sound humorous, because she is going for, a really, a proper diss, Oh no, I gave her expression aptitude.
Oh no. Oh! Chuckles around the table.
I need you two, the players, to roll with self-control if you wish to try and avoid chuckling at 6.
Nah, I'm gonna
Firstly-
chuckle.
You're just gonna laugh?
I'm just gonna chuckle.
The Melcave is going to be laughing too. Do I get a roll to see through the whole supposedly humorous thing of this?
Okay. I will spend willpower.
You don't want to piss off the Nosferatu just yet. Okay, you can try and roll perception, empathy, epic, to try and read more into this.
Okay, and I can use my Auspex powers through my clairvoyance, so...
You
Yay!
can. Sure.
I think he sees.
So, generally speaking, in the future, I think we might move more towards using aura sight for helping read people, because I feel like that is more appropriate, but for now, yes. You get the feeling that Walda, as much as this might be politically useful, it isn't really focusing primarily on that. She just sees an opportunity to, step into the spotlight and make people laugh, and really, really enjoys doing that. So this is her just taking advantage of the situation, mostly.
Oh, she's a great child.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a perception empathy from you specifically, Bacon. Okay, Jackal or Roger that.
Empathy.
Difficulty 6, but it's versus the Nosferatu's ability to actually, hide her feelings. Yeah, she just casually sits back. I see that I'm over here. I will bow to the wisdom of the council then. The Ventru Primogens, you notice that she is not happy with the happenings, Bacon, but she is keeping her mouth shut because she can see which way the wind is blowing right now.
Poor gal. Gets to learn Politico.
I think Waldo just got like a 2-point enemy.
Don't worry, I'll be assisting. Although, let's see. That or not? I think I'm just going to try and see if I can figure out what her exact feelings are. If it's really going to be against Balda here.
Sorry, what are you probing now? I was answering the chat.
I was just trying to make sure that, could I get a roll to see through her as well?
Yes.
Primarily because you mentioned she's possibly going to go against Volda, and makes some sense, so. And see what I can find out there.
Okay. Let's see. Do you want to just aura read her? Or do you
Going to
want
give that a
to...
try.
Yeah, or do you want to try and read her mannerism?
I think I'm gonna first read her mannerism, and then I'll try and read her aura. How's that? Do
Okay,
best of both
go ahead.
for it. That one actually only barely evened out on her.
Yeah, you... About all you can tell is that she might be trying to shield her reactions deliberately, but you can't tell what she's really feeling.
Okay. Now let's go for the actual aura reading. That
See Malco
was
on the
perception
wall.
empathy. Yep, difficulty 8.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot how much that sucked.
No, Autoside's so horrible. Date? You mean what?
Well, give it a shot. Well, you know,
Oh,
it was a really good shot.
Okay.
really was.
Well, what would you see in her aura?
I can go up to subtle shifts in
Yes,
everything in
yes,
Aurora.
I'm trying to set it out in my mind, please.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, first thing you would notice is caution and care. Below that, she is insulted, but it's the kind of resigned sigh kind of insulted, like, yep, this is about what I expected, but I had to try. And underneath that, a determination to, wheel and deal as necessary, and, essentially okay, I tried being on the in, I tried being part of the government, fair enough, we'll play the usual game kind of thing.
Yeah.
At least, given what you know of the Nosferatu and how you're able to put her emotions into context.
All right.
She tried being nice, got smacked down, now everyone's gonna get fucked. Business as usual. Okay, so... Bacon, do you want to continue with your meeting now that everyone's had a laugh at the expense of the poor Nosferatu?
Well then, anything else that any of you shall want to discuss?
Perception empathy roll. And roll this for Gretchen. You can just roll a 3, Bacon. Yeah, he just meets your eyes for... just looks up, meets your eyes for half a second, just look clearly, says later in private. Essentially, shouldn't shouldn't let them see any disagreement in our ranks. Demi, do you have anything to bring up? I think you wanted to raise your numbers potentially, right?
Yeah, but I asked, and I'm not gonna push it.
I mean, you can discuss whether it would be, acceptable in principle.
Yeah, that's fair. I could discuss it, but not have it do it now, but just have the opportunity open. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is everyone being like totally silent now, so like that I can just open up my voice?
Yeah.
Well, I have a matter to see to at least. Since the number of gangrel are low in this city, me and my clanmates have had a small discussion, and it would seem likely that we would need to raise our numbers to properly secure our domains and cause no problems in there if any problems were to occur. Therefore, on a simple basis of principle, I would hereby ask the wise council, would the gangrel have the opportunity to embrace at least one child?
given how you tried to do that, give me a charisma at 5. Normally this would be charisma etiquette, but since you're liking it,
I
it's
don't have-
+1 difficulty, yes.
So etiquette at 5. I mean, charisma at 5.
Yes.
Holy
Okay.
shit.
I am forceful. Would that help? No, that wouldn't actually as etiquette. I don't think so, but that depends on you.
You know, at this point, there is just... Like, I think Waldo is probably the only one that doesn't start to chime in, but you know, my clan has very little numbers and we really could use another person or two to do the job properly, and if the prince could consider it, it's just... The Tremere are talking about how they basically barely have enough people to secure the chantry itself, and how clearly that needs to be protected at all costs, and they have to manage so much more now that they have to handle more than the chantry. The Toreador talking about how to properly try and at least put a few more people with aspects out there to keep track of the tourists, look for infiltrators. The Nosferatu are talking about how they need to establish proper informational control over the city to make sure no one sneaks in that way. The Bruja have to manage the imports exports, and he has his duties as sheriff as Primogen. The Ventru clearly, you know, need to manage the business sector, and you know...
I love it! Yes!
You know, just interrupting one another. There's just complete cacophony at the table. Everyone clamoring for embrace rights. Bacon, what do you do?
I just look bored at the monkeys trying to throw shit at each other to get to be listened by me.
Give me charisma expression, Bacon. Actually, give me charisma intimidation to make them respect your authority by saying nothing. We're gonna call it a base difficulty of 7, since it's a tough sell given how excited Demi got them.
It's another place that I should use willpower, right?
Actually, if you pop that might help.
Let
As
me
long as
read
nobody
exactly.
realizes.
Let me look at the book.
It's charisma performance, and it makes people pay attention to you.
Performance, what I have on those. So what is charisma roll?
Yes, and... Oh, let's see, what's the difficulty? Difficulty 7. And you need to get 3 successes on that to affect everyone, but that would essentially lower the difficulty of the charisma intimidation to a 5, I would say here. Actually, no. There's more than 6 people here. Never mind, you need to get 4. Otherwise, you would just start affecting the ones with the least willpower. Which isn't necessarily bad.
Yeah, I think that it won't work because I need to do the weaker roll to try to reduce the stronger roll difficulty.
Even if you succeed partially, you will get a -1. If you get like 2 successes to make half the room pay attention to you. It would still help. It's just that, you know. It's up to you.
Oh, 4 successes.
Never mind. Then roll your charisma intimidation.
At 5 then.
At 5.
I have what on charisma? Eloquent. No. Intimidation, physical coercion maybe could apply?
Oh,
No.
Just
This is about as far from physical coercion as it comes. But yeah. They start yapping and... You know... About 30 seconds later, everyone's just looking at you expectantly, looking slightly sheepish at having, you know, made so much noise. Just sitting there, casually lounging in the chair, looking badass. No fucks are given.
So since I'm carefree and I don't care about the respect of it, if the prince is not saying anything while we're all looking at him, I'd like to open my mouth if possible. I'm asking, like, Bacon, are you gonna like instantly say something after they start looking at you, or are you gonna be silent a little bit?
When he realizes that everybody is looking at him, he will just, okay then, anything else that shall be discussed?
Perfect!
Bulldoze all over them.
Okay then.
With
Seems like I got.
with those 3 successes, unless Demi saves the situation somehow, the others would just shut up. That would be enough to get them to quiet
No,
for
I'm
now.
opening my mouth. We can't just. So many people want embrace rights, and the prince is just waving it aside.
Oppression!
My great prince, it's obvious that everyone wishes to embrace. We can't just wave it off like that. We need to come to a conclusion of sorts.
So your idea is to allow everybody to embrace without caring about any consequences on a city that is barely established.
Wow, that was something to say.
That was pretty impressive.
Okay, let me just... I think that's a frenzy take for more or less everyone.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
So Michelle is at 2.
Shit, I instantly forgot what Bacon said exactly now, and I can't fucking respond properly. Bacon, could you repeat?
He said,
Um,
so your solution is to let everyone embrace without any control in a city that's newly established.
My prince, many of us here are already old enough and experienced enough, and definitely we can control the new child. The problem is that we need those child if we wish to function better as a city. Without those, we could be less efficient, actually. So, seeing as everyone wishes to, my proposition for here now is to at least let every clan here who wishes to embrace another child into his clan.
I mean, give me a perception awareness roll.
Okay. Difficulty?
6. Like I've been rolling for everyone else. Yes, there's just a small feeling that, he's very magnetic right now, Everyone's looking at him.
Do I need to roll? Can I roll intelligence occult to do something about this?
With 2 successes, you haven't quite realized yet, but you're starting to wonder.
Okay then.
Bacon, give me 1d10 plus 10 to see how much blood you started the night with, cause Presence 1 would have cost a point. Okay, so you are now at 16. Now there's cautious nods around the table at the suggestion that every clan should be allowed one new embrace. That may well be true. Yes.
Also, would this affect his epic?
No, he's not actually
question.
there.
Oh, that's true. I guess.
So now I can summon everybody to the chamber that's totally not filled with explosives.
Please don't kill
Emperor
everyone just
is
yet.
suggesting setting limit how many people each clan can embrace at like 3 per clan.
Bro,
No, that's a lot of people.
that's
Wow,
a lot of
lot.
people.
Jackalor spends all 3 on new gargoyles. Oh yeah, we just transferred them over their new embraces, honest. What do you mean the gang rule neonates went missing?
The gangrel embrace go missing. The gargoyles appear. Everything is
I
fine.
hope you are not actually creating gargoyles.
Fuck no. No.
He
no.
has the ritual in a safe somewhere.
He
in
has
the
the ritual. Oh God.
I mean, in a secret library that no one knows about, supposedly. But yes, he has made one, in theory. There was a lot of mind wiping to cover it up after the fact, yes. Emperor, we're not making a werewolf gargoyle. Well, actually, Jackalor, if you want to, you can try.
No. No.
Ah,
Do
come on,
not
Jackalope.
want.
It will be fun.
No. No.
A
The
gargoyle.
Tremere clan kill you. They will kill you in 500 different ways.
Oh fucking yes, they will.
So, Bacon, how do you respond to the suggestion that everyone should get embrace rights, or each clan should get embrace rights?
He just does the thing that he hits his fingers at the table while thinking.
Just tapping? Da da da
Yes.
da 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 da.
Yes, on this specific rhythmic formation.
Does your history
How
involve you
easy-
fucking with Malkavians previously, actually?
What, Chris?
Does your history, character-wise, involve you fucking with Malkavians?
Don't think that he did that on many occasions. Probably not.
Okay.
I mean, you have your history about
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah, we worked those out, remember? But okay. So, yeah, he's just tapping there. How long does he do that?
Just for a few seconds, then he just says, well, giving the embrace rights to everybody at the same time, it's not something very smart to do. So the council can decide which one should be embraced first then.
Well,
And okay, if you were gonna go first, I go. Yes, you go.
yeah, well, he's suggesting that, you know, people get embraced one at a time. The Tremere actually is gonna speak up here. Well, our chantry has had its resources severely drained by the fighting, and clearly we are very much in need of replenishing our numbers after the fighting in taking over the city. If he's any good at actually saying that in a way that won't make him look like a cunt. He mildly looks like a cunt.
Oh, it's a very good
I mean-
premier.
Not very surprising. Let's
Pretty
be honest.
obvious. They have one of the bigger clans in the city already.
They have 4 actual vampires. Gargoyle doesn't count.
I know, but they have. Don't they have 5 vampires, including
Including
certain player?
Jackalor, yes.
So, yeah, they actually are one of the most populous of the city
That
by quite a bit.
Hey, he was giving instructions to stay on the prince's side unless it essentially contravened the interests of the clan, and he knows the clan needs to rebuild its strength. He sees this as defending the interests of the clan, as he was ordered to.
I mean, yeah, I have no problem with this. Could have put it more tactfully, but yeah, he was
He-
following at least the letter of the.
Yeah, he was trying to roll his charisma, either expression or etiquette. They're both the same for him. Apparently, Tremere don't use charisma as their primary stat.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I mean, it's a little bit visible, yes.
I mean,
I mean, this does
I
better
think
roll.
to most people around the table, it's clear that he's serving his own interests. Okay, I'm gonna need, given Volda's nature, I'm gonna roll her with self-control to see if she is gonna, how likely she is to try and use this opportunity to rub it in for Nosferatu, because she got a good laugh the last time.
Oh no.
Yeah, when you look at Volda, you can just... Well, when you meet her eyes, Demi, you see the twinkle in her eye. She's trying not to open her mouth, but she's tempted. She sees an opportunity here.
I'll thank her later for not now. We had our laugh previously, but now it's a little bit more serious.
So, quick question. How obvious was it to this outsider looking in about the whole presence part?
Give me perception empathy at... You have to tell it essentially from the way they're acting, so it would be a base of 9 going down to a 6. It's hard to tell when you're not experiencing it yourself, but it's possible.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
I think I could tell.
He's trying to fucking play the room like a fiddle. All the eyes are on him for the most part. It's like he drew all of them into his orbit. I mean, you're starting to get a sneaking feeling that you know what the fucker is doing. Especially since you have the discipline yourself.
Fair enough. Let's first finish with the arguments, and then I'll come out.
My character is going to stop watching for a little while. She's going to head in front of this building.
Okay, you're probably somewhere in the Malkavian area, so it's gonna take you a while to head over because you're essentially going downtown now.
Yeah. Why I decided to do it now while it's still in the middle of it.
Okay. Fair enough. The fucker who actually had awareness or 4 perception or whatever was it? No, the Tremere actually had 5 total. Let's see if he has realized what is going on. Not really, no.
I'm disappointed.
Oh, it was Michelle.
If the Malkavian is starting, of the Nosferatu is starting to roll, well, I should probably deactivate it soon.
Okay, so who's the... Okay, what are your guys' willpowers?
-7.
So Leonard's, Bacon, you I assume are above that?
Permanent or
Permanent.
current?
I think
It's above that.
above 7, right? Volda. Yeah, it's probably Volda. Unless it's Anne. Yeah, it's Volda. You know, you start turning it off and Volda just focuses on the Nosferatu Demi.
Well, if he's turned it off, so right?
Yes, and her eyes you just perception empathy, actually.
Difficulty 6.
Yeah. Yeah, you just feel her attention focus immediately on the Nosferatu. You have maybe 15 seconds before she says something that provokes an actual frenzy roll.
Yeah, I'm going to open up my mouth and go like, "Excuse me for well, by the way, was this like, how long has it been since the Tremere has spoken?
This,
Like, and it's like maybe like 10 seconds or something?
yeah, not more than that.
Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna, excuse me for interrupting your, fuck, what's the English word for that? Interrupting your, it's not speech, it's something like, fuck, English. Idea? It's not even idea. Proposition, thank you. Sorry for interrupting your proposition, Tremere, but Tremere Primogen. But I'd like to personally thank the Prince for for not using his presence.
Walda just jumps in immediately. You know, I did not think that Nosferatu had to resort to these Toreador tactics.
Oh boy.
All eyes turn to the Nosferatu. I think this might push it to public humiliation here.
Yeah. Pretty much, yeah.
You have a few seconds, both of you, players. How do you wish to prevent a disaster?
Obviously, stake the Nazi.
Mm, can I do? What can I do?
What can I do as well? I'm thinking.
I mean,
What my common sense says that I should do.
Duck and cover, Nosferatu have potence.
Okay, so that can obfuscate.
No.
Okay.
You could just dominate her. It is possible.
Just roll this out. Yeah, you all see her tense and grind her teeth, and she just says, well, I wouldn't have to resort to such tactics if someone at this table, pointedly not looking at Bacon, wasn't already using them. She spent like a fuck ton of willpower to avoid frenzy there, by the way.
Where?
Mostly she's looking at the Malkavian.
By the way, I didn't exactly hear the entire sentence, but did she call out Bacon for using awe?
No, she said that she wouldn't have to resort to such tactics if someone was at this table wasn't already doing so. And you know who she means, Demi.
Then it's now your turn to try to use all. Everybody is using.
I think
Yeah,
there are
everyone's
like
using it.
I think there are like 2 people at this table who can't use it.
Everyone activates all at the same time again.
We're all shining brightly.
Best first Primogen meeting ever.
Everyone's
Thank-
almost
I wish to thank you. You're doing a great job.
It's so fun, this meeting.
I'm glad I wasn't there.
You might have gotten hurt.
I mean, I'm not sure our local gangrel could have avoided frenzying if you had said certain things.
Mm-hmm.
Probably could have gone a lot better if Bacon had been less trampled over everybody else.
Yeah,
They were annoying.
yeah, with her spending like 3 willpower points, it's clear that she was struggling with herself as she was dissing the Malkavian. There's cracks in the table where she grabbed it. Oh, actually, yeah, I'd say that she would have. Yeah, let's just stick her down a couple of blood points for potential potents and the like, you know?
Well, I'm thinking of what my character would do, and I'd probably just, actually open my mouth and go like, ladies, please calm yourselves. We have greater issues here.
Are you telling two women to calm themselves? That doesn't work,
Yes.
man.
Shh.
You frenzy roll.
Look at all of these X's going everywhere.
There's a lot of X's, boys.
It's like your sister trying to get the Film Council to kill itself.
Perhaps.
Maybe.
Well, Demi, Walda just hisses at you. You shut your cotton-filled mouth, Teddy.
As I was going to say before the sudden outbursts,
There's titters
The prince-
across the table, by the way, and this.
while what I wanted to say before the outburst, while these outbursts can of course be healthy sometimes, it is not healthy to use awe on us all, is it not, Prince?
The gay girl Primogen called the prince out.
Are you
Yep.
deliberately calling him out, or are you trying to make it veiled? Because that's like a high difficulty charisma expression roll there.
I am intentionally calling him out.
You have to create so much chaos. They all have.
Well, you had to use awe on a Primogen council, thank you very much.
Come on, you should probably use it.
In
Everybody's
character,
using.
guys. If you want to bitch at each other, make it in character.
What is your response, Bacon?
Common sense
Yeah.
says that if you act as if you have to answer to his will, that will set the tone for your rule. You have to push through that you don't have to explain yourself, or it sets a very bad precedent.
Nobody's gonna do it. You have to talk. Can't just stay silent, Bacon.
I know. It's so much pressure. That's why I keep myself locked in my room all day. I don't know how to talk.
Well, you better learn. And fast.
Okay, then.
Well, Prince?
Wait a second. That's 2 ticks for everyone, right? And Demi got another one. Due to all the dissing him.
Oh,
Does everyone roll for
Why don't you
frenzy
start rolling self-control at 8?
Okay, I am going to spend a willpower point.
Actually, I think both the women need to roll for frenzy as well. By this math. The ones that didn't
Okay.
already.
Anyways, I'm spending willpower and rolling at difficulty 8, right?
Yes.
it seems that I will be saved by the deadly claws at the frenzied gangrel.
Spending another willpower point.
Yep, Walda's spending another one as well.
Fuck, it's not a botch.
So, where
Spending
is Gretchen? Gretchen!
I mean,
You're at 4 successes now. You can do it. Do it.
4 successes. Do I want to spend another willpower point? I really don't.
You can do it.
What could possibly go wrong, right?
That's a total of 3.
Yeah, I'm just gonna spend another willpower point and auto succeed the last one.
That's 4.
See.
And that's 5. You know, there's a lot of clenched teeth around the table. A lot of it towards you, strangely enough, Demi. Some people are really fighting the urge to rip your face off.
Well then, it seems that it's better we finish this session by now. and continue on a later date where everyone is on better terms, let's say.
Make a charisma etiquette roll, Bacon, at a 7 base. Because you're still trying to escape answering the call out. This gives you the opening for it, but you still need to roll to avoid looking like a bitch avoiding a confrontation.
Another willpower. 5 willpower.
You can if you want. And that's
Going
when
to
the...
this council meeting.
Holy shit!
Oh. I believe that eloquent or what?
Eloquent would
word.
count, yes.
Yeah. You know, there's actually muttered agreements that tempers need to go before we hold a second meeting to continue with the business at hand.
9 successes. Yeah, it went pretty well.
So, let's see. Demi, would you agree that you just interfered with Walda, trying to have her fun? In a way?
Yeah, and I would have apologized later on because I know she likes fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would have interrupted her a little bit.
Give me a perception empathy roll then.
Difficulty 6.
Yes. Yeah. She accepts your apology. Everything's fine. But arrangements are fun. You're so fucked.
Anyways, after we start getting out, I will, of course, after my temper, of course, goes down a little bit more, offer a hand so Valda can, get up from her chair and proceed to leave with her.
Oh no, she does not wait for you to offer her hand. She just gets up and walks out. She fucking meeting. I assume you follow her out into the lobby or something.
Yeah, but not before making bear noises at the subtle bear noises at the fucking ghoul. I did make a little promise to her.
Charisma expression.
Thank you.
Get a 4.
Does forceful come into account?
Yes.
10 successes.
Do you walk out first or last, Bacon?
What did I miss? I was out for like 5 seconds. What did I miss rolling?
It doesn't matter. I'm gonna explain to you in a second. Are you walking out first or last?
I'm probably walking out last.
Okay, then, as you're walking out, you see Bergdahl turning away from your ghoul, and the ghoul is on the ground. Horrified look on his face. A wet stain slowly spreading across the front of his trousers. And actually, that's the third frenzy provocation. Well, actually, no. You provoked the table with one of those, so it wouldn't be a third for you, Bacon. Not brown pants, no. It wouldn't be quite that bad. He has a lot of courage, and he has been in a lot of crappy situations, but...
Is that a pun?
Fuck you, Demi. Just on general principle.
So 2 ticks from me to frenzy.
Yep. But essentially that has to be during a single scene, so you're fine.
He just face palms.
He just keeps looking at Halfdan as Halfdan walks away, just a terrified look on his face, just shock and terror. Right, essentially slumped against the wall. That fucker fucked with your ghoul.
How far away is my sword?
It's probably up in your room. I doubt you walk around with it.
Yeah, I don't have celerity. That's a problem.
You probably have a knife somewhere on your person.
Would I have a stake?
No, they're too bulky to easily conceal.
Yeah. You lucked out of this one, Demi. Can I just break one of the regular chairs and make a stake?
You are now out in the lobby. There are normies around.
I just go to the ghoul, take care of him.
Okay, you pull him up. Tell him to get himself cleaned up. Do you tell Wald about how well that worked, Demi?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Actually, yeah, definitely, right there. Since we kind of are in the same lobby as well.
Okay, I'm gonna take up one of her willpower points, and luckily enough for you, that saves you from a certain happening kicking in just yet, due to certain derangements. Okay, and with that, we can split the video here, since we're, well, over the usual time.